All right, in this video, I'm going to apply the principles of polynomial long division and synthetic division to whole number division. So this is going to be a little weird. Let's start with a problem, a 4-digit number divided by a 2-digit number, and the one that I always know divides out evenly with no remainder is 5,280, which is like feet in a mile, but it's divisible by 15. Okay, so we write 15 here, and we're going to divide it into 5,280. So I'm going to do the regular division first, then really mix it up here. 15 doesn't go into 5, 15 goes in 52 3 times, and we write 45 because we multiply those two together. We subtract the 45 from the 52, so I switch the color of the pen to red. We get 7 when I subtract that, drop the 8 down. 15 goes in there 5 times, so I write 5 times this would be 75. I subtract the 75 off, and I get 3. Drop the 0, and 2 times, so 2 would be 30, and subtract the 30 off would give me a remainder of 0. So the answer is 352. So let's get this answer 2 different ways. So the first way that we're going to get it is by thinking about this in terms of like polynomial long division. So I'm going to think about 15 is really 10 plus 5. So I'm going to make this 10 plus 5. So in polynomial division we'd have like maybe x plus 5, but I'm going to do 10 plus 5. And then the 5,000, I'm going to write it out, 5,000, and then plus 200 plus 80, and we're going to hold the place value at the end plus 0. So I have 5,000, I have 200, I have 80, but I don't have any ones in the ones place. So what we do here is we're going to think about what's really important here, and that is getting rid of the 7. So 7 minus 7 is nothing, right? That cancels out. And then 3 minus 3 is nothing. And then up here, technically, that's a 4, because if you borrow, 4 minus 4 is nothing. It's about losing the first thing. So we're going to lose the first thing here. I'm going to do that by losing this 5,000. So I need to multiply here something times 10 to make 5,000, so I can make the 5,000 go away. And that number would be 500. So 500 times 10 is 5,000. 500 times 5 is 2,500. Then I'm going to pick up the red pen and subtract this off. So it's 200 minus 2,500 would be negative 2,300. Okay, then we drop down the next thing, the 80. So I dropped down at 8, now I'm dropping down 80. Okay, the negatives will work out. Now I need to make this. So I need something times 10 makes this. Well, it would be minus 230. So this times this is negative 2,300. This times this is negative 1,150. Now I have subtracting this, so these are now the same, so I have to subtract them to make this go away. So I subtract the subtract, and it is positive, and now that's positive. So this cancels out. This makes 1,230. Then we drop the 0 down. All right, now I need to make the 1,230, and I have 10, so I need 123 to do that. So this times this would be the 1,230. That times that is, let's see, it'd be 12 times 5 is 6, so it'd be 615. So 615. And I'm going to subtract this off, subtract and subtract. So now that's really negative 615. So that's my remainder. My remainder is negative 615. So it's minus 615 over what I divided by, which is 15. All right, so this is the answer. And like, how is that? Is that really 352? Because that's supposed to be my answer, is 352. So here we go. 500 minus this would be 270. Okay, so there's 270. And then we're going to add in 123 plus 123. That makes 393. Okay, 393. And then this would be, let's see, 15 goes into 600 40 times, so it would be 41 times, so minus 41. So now subtract 41, and I get 352. So this right up here is equal to 352. 52, not 50. Let me get my white out here. I got excited because it matches the answer. So 52. All right. So that's kind of weird, isn't it? But it does work if you think about getting rid of this first part every time. And there's your remainder, which isn't really a remainder because that goes into there. You're like dividing again. For what it's worth, it does work. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it as a synthetic division. So I kind of go off of this concept here, and I'm going to change the sign like you would, because if this is 10, that's kind of like x in the worlds of place value. So change the sign, -5, turn the synthetic world upside down, or the division world upside down. The important thing about this is it's 5,000, so that means 5,000. The 2 means 200. The 8 means 80, and you need the placeholder of 0. Now we're going to do synthetic division. So we drop, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add until you're done. So drop the 5 down, we multiply, and we get -23. I've seen that before, right? The -2300. That's what you get when you put those together. So there's the -2300. Wait a second, I got ahead of myself. My bad. I never do take 2's in my videos because they take forever. I already told you the answer. So this times this is 2500. My bad. 2500. And then that makes -23. I caught myself. So you can see there's the -23 right there, -2300. Okay, and then this times this makes the 115. 115, and we've seen the 115 before. You put these together and it is 12, or not 12, but 123. That's a nice number. I like 123. We've seen that before. So there's the 123. Then we do this times this. There's the -615, and you add these two together and you get the remainder of -615. So the 5 means 500 minus, that's the tens place, so it's minus 230 tens plus 123 ones minus 615 is the remainder over what I divided by 15. And this is the same exact stuff that I had before. So if you put these three things together, that makes 393, just like I had before, minus the 41 makes 352. So synthetic division and polynomial style long division works for regular old division.